What's your name, where are you from, and how long have you been in China?
My name is Mesh. I'm from Kenya. I've been in China for about 7 years now.
That's a long time.
Yeah, man, the hustle is real. It's not easy to be here 7 years,
Yeah.
you know.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Mighty. Yeah, I think you guys know me already.
Yeah, on the channel.
Yeah. My name is Mighty. I'm from Ghana. Yeah, and I've been in China for more than 10 years. 10 years. 10 years.
I think most people on the channel are quite familiar with you. You are popular.
Yeah. Well, I think I got to create my own YouTube channel.
Yeah, with Baby C.
My baby.
Yeah,
Expect my baby to be coming out soon. She's working and she's doing great. Yeah.
Interracial relationships and marriages are things that carry a lot of sentiment in China. Usually, most people are curious about how black people are able to adapt into Chinese culture and survive in a dating pool. Today, I'm going to have conversation with some people who have lived in China for them to share their opinion and thoughts with us. If you're watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment your opinion. Let's go. Okay, so we know you've been married in China for some time now, but today we want to take you back to those days that you were dating. I know it's been a long time, but yeah, we want to ask you some few questions to know how your dating experience was like.
Sure, no problem.
All right,
Let's
so
go.
how do Chinese ladies perceive you as a black guy in China?
As a black guy, as this most of them, especially when you're in the big cities, right? They are more much open, right?
Okay.
They're like they flow with you. But when you move to like a city that we are now, and all the smaller cities, they kind of most of them have no idea about black guys and stuff. They're like a little bit more ignorant about stuff, you know.
Basically, in China, you'll find mostly ladies are interested in you first.
Yeah.
It's not basically about your money or something. They're just interested with your culture, where you're from. They see your skin color. They want to know your habits back home and get to know your culture.
So what are some stereotypes, some things that you think Chinese ladies or Chinese in general think about dating a black guy as you?
In a Chinese society, they believe any black or most of the dark-skinned guys are from Africa. So at the first view, they'll call you or ask you, are you from Africa? Or they're gonna like say something based on African side, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you want to date a lady, probably you see a lady you like and they're like, oh no, you black, no, I'm scared. Oh,
Scared of what?
Do I know? I don't even know. I don't know. Really, it's a kind of. Some of them are like, oh, my mom said don't talk to strangers. Not like you see a full grown-up woman who has like 10 or 5 or to 10 ex-boyfriends, and they're like standing in front of you and like, I'm scared. Scared of what?
All right, so that brings me to my question. What are some of the challenges in dating in China as a foreigner or a black guy?
As a foreigner, it's not easy as a foreigner because most of the time there's this peer pressure. Chinese, most of the ladies are like friends, a group. I don't know if they're having clan or KKK, that type of stuff. You know, they share things among themselves and actually, if you're dating a black guy, most of the time, most of the friends who are so not exposed, because even when you go to school here, it's like the same cycle of friends. They are not really exposed to outside world. So like when dating a black guy, they're like, "Whoa, what the hell? What are you doing? Why do you date a black guy?" But probably you're so happy, you end up breaking up with a black guy, dating a Chinese, and probably you end up dating like 20 of them, and still nothing happening. You know. So the stereotype of dating a black guy is kind of so strong. Yeah, it takes a very strong lady to probably stay. It's most of the time they kind of prefer some of them kind of prefer dating the white guys, but even with the white guys it's still the same because at the end of the day there are guys who come for you and they will abuse you. Yeah.
All right, so what are some challenges you face in your dating life in China that would differ from your country?
The challenges here are one that you find people here, they tend to say like to below your country. So basically you go out, they'll ask you where you're from. Once they know your country, they'll tend to say their country is better than yours. So you find yourself like, no matter what you say, their country seems to be like is the number one.
Okay, so that means probably if you go on a date in your country, the culture is on the same level, right? So there's no need to have conversation about those stuff or worry about those stuff, right?
Sure, sure.
What are some of the positive experiences that you had whilst dating? Are they in? They are.
Yeah, man, there are a lot.
Okay.
There are a lot of them. Dating not with the younger ones. The younger ones, 20, 25, 23, 20. No, don't do that. All right. Yeah, anybody coming to China, don't date somebody who is a little bit matured. All right, they're grown up 30s plus. You know, those ones are quite simple and easy to understand stuff, right?
Okay.
And they don't give you so much trouble. And especially when you take them outside, you probably you drinking or eating or something outside. They are like they're cool. You know, sometimes they can share with you the bills and stuff. If you broke, man, they can support you. They're kind of supportive, right? And I'm not saying this just because you need to date an old person. You know, some of the younger ones probably, if they are matured enough, they are okay.
I've dated a couple of Chinese ladies, and there's advantage to it. You find someone will teach you about their culture, later on teach you about how to maneuver living in China, give you connections, let's say work. And to it there's an advantage, because when it comes to using like Chinese app or living basically the normal life in China, it's easier for you, since most of the things or most of the stuff here is in Chinese characters. Yeah.
And then also, do families and friends play a role in relationship here? How do they react when they see someone dating a foreigner?
Okay, for instance, if you're dating a Chinese, she'll be first interested with you.
Right. And
basically, most of the girls, they'll love you, they'll like you, but in terms of family, they don't encourage their kids or their siblings to get into interracial marriages. They want their kids to marry here in China. They feel like going to a foreign country, it's far, it's not safe. So the family will basically like no accept you that first. The daughter or the whoever it is, they have to convince the family to accept you as a foreigner. So it's when it comes to family and relationship, it's quite a challenge.
It's a whole lot, and you guys can go watch the first videos that we did, right? Yeah, and remember, if you've not subscribed, try and subscribe now, because you're gonna mix a lot. From the first video, if you listen very carefully, I said something about it. You know, families really don't support. They will come after you because they'll try their possible means, because they have this mindset of keeping the blood. That's the Chinese. They're so traditional. They want to keep their blood. So it's like when a lady is going to marry somebody, be it white, blue, yellow, green, or indigo, as long as you are a different race from their race, even those from Vietnam who are so similar, so look alike, man. But some of them don't agree. It's something that is so passionate about them. Chinese are so bound to their culture and traditions, and especially the family union. Very good. So it's quite something that they don't joke with it. So for a lady to just come dating with somebody who is an outsider, everybody comes to you, and you need to stand your grounds.
You need to be strong as a lady.
And the guy too. Because they're not going just after the lady, they're coming to you. And when they come, you got to stand there. They cannot do anything.
All right, so my next question, how do language barrier affect interracial relationships
It affects a lot.
if the lady can't speak English?
A lot, a whole lot. Could you imagine sleeping on the bed and how do you speak? How are you gonna tell to
probably translator?
now you tell to sorry to say, open the legs, and like, please open your legs. It makes no sense, right? That's how it is. So you need to speak the language, no matter where you find yourself. Try your possible best to at least get to understand the people. The one thing I know is that when you get to understand the language, it makes life easier for you where you live in, because you get to understand their culture. If you don't, you make yourself like, oh, I don't want to, I'm not going to live here for long. Man, we all said it. I told myself I'm going to live here for only 2 years. 10 years already.
And right now.
That's it. That's how it is. You probably at the beginning you were like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to put myself. I just want to make some quick money and leave.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. Everywhere you go, you need some time to get used to the society. Even before you get a job, before you get mixed with the people, it needs time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Personally, have you had any experience about families being sabotage your relationship?
For this case, I haven't had this case because my previous relationships I have had, the family have kind of accepted me in a good way. They have like shown me they will be kind as long as I have to live in China. I have to promise them that I'll not go far away. I have to stay. I have to live here forever.
Okay, you need to be around.
I need to be around. So that's the most difficult part. You cannot take the daughter away, but you have to live here in China.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know it's been a very long time, but then can you take us to when you had your first date in China? I mean, that's a long time.
This guy is like, today he wanna kill me. I think my wife is gonna be angry at this interview. Alright, great. So my first date.
Date experience. How was it like?
That was like 10 years ago. Now 2014, 2015, that way. Yeah. That was when I was working for some part-time jobs, Man, I got to eat. So
You were doing a show.
No, that's your job. I was actually doing something small to justify. But so the agent that recruited me was the one that decided to she kind of I'm a nice guy,
so she liked you.
Yeah, she kind of liked me, we started dating, something like that.
So how was the first outing?
The first outing, did we even go out? I don't even remember, but I think the first time we met was just sitting by the roadside and
Chilling.
drinking some milk tea. Some milk tea and just talking, getting to know each other and stuff. Yeah.
Right, so in case someone is planning to travel to China, what advice would you give them in context of dating and relationship?
Okay, one thing I will encourage a person to do first, do some research.
Okay.
Right now we have social media as a platform where you can go and learn some basic knowledge about a country, not only China. Go and research, know the country, know what kind of jobs they have, learn their culture a bit before.
Content and dating and relationship as in coming to China.
Yeah.
All right. When you come into China, China is a beautiful place. Yeah. But when you come in, don't make up your mind like you're coming and you just immediately start to date a Chinese man. If you're a foreigner, they're kind of skeptical a little bit.
I will advise you, China is a nice place, and I will say it's all about you learning the culture first and getting to understand the culture. You will be able to find the right lady for you because you will relate with the culture and see if you can be able to be in that relationship for a long time.
Yeah, most of the ladies most of them are kind of interested in Western culture, but they're also very careful when it comes to dating you. So when they date you, they're like they know what they're trying to do. And when you come, most of the time they are very nice, especially the Chinese. When you're going outside, can you imagine a country where they greet you as "Have you eaten?" Have you eaten? That's the greetings. It's like they're kind of caring when it comes to interpersonal relation, but it doesn't mean interpersonal relation should be interpersonal family my daughter relation.
Don't overthink it.
No.
Because basically the Chinese culture is very different from other culture. They are they want to stick to their culture. They won't stick to your culture. So once you understand their culture, you can make a decision of either you're gonna date the Chinese person or not.
They got boundaries, really. So they can be so nice to you, they could be so friendly to you and stuff, but please don't abuse it, because if you go across the line, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna cut you off. That's it.
All right, thanks for talking to us.
All right, bro.
Thanks. Alright, so if you are watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Have a lot of interviews about life in China, relationship, dating coming on. So subscribe to the channel, like, share. Thank you.